Hello, welcome to Assembly. I hope you're all okay. I hope you've had a really good first day back and you've really enjoyed being in with your mates and seeing all your friends and having a new teacher. And it's really exciting. The teachers were all in school on Monday. We were working hard to get this ready for you to make sure that you've got all the stuff to do. And all the teachers were really excited about the stuff that was going on. So that's really nice that they were working that hard for you guys, and I hope that you have worked hard too to do your best with the teachers. So can you please talk to the person sitting next to you and tell them something that you have learned this week? Don't just say maths or writing, something that you've learned, a new fact, because learning new stuff is cool. Now, we've just talked about learning stuff. And then we've got our school rules that you've talked about in class this week. Which one of our school rules do you think it's to do with when you're talking about learning new things? Tell your teacher, put your hand up, tell your teacher. It's to do with respecting ourselves and doing the very best for ourselves. So our 3 school rules: respecting ourselves, respecting other people, and respecting property or the environment or the things that are around us. And if we respect ourselves, then we're really doing our best. Now, I'm going to talk to you about a news story. And this story has been in the news. You might have heard a lot about it in the past few weeks. And I'm going to ask you to think about 2 things. Which global goal are we thinking about? That's one. And which of our school rules are we thinking about when we're talking about this particular news story? So let me share my screen with you. Here we go. So here's a picture. See what you notice in that picture. See if you can pick out some key details. Look really closely. Pause the video and talk to the rest of your class about what's going on. Now, I'm sure you've come up with loads of really good ideas. I've got so many different ideas here. There's people in a range of ages. There's people with lots of different coloured skin. There's people who look like they've been to work. Here I've got somebody who's wearing a lanyard like we wear in school. Here I've got somebody who looks like they've been doing a job that needed high vis. And here I've got somebody with a brush. So maybe they've been sweeping or doing some kind of job like that, so cleaning up. We've got people from a range of religions. Here we've got a vicar. There we go. You can see the dog collar. Here we've got somebody wearing a full head covering. Okay, so we've got lots of different people involved in this. So the story is, over the summer, many protests took place in England and Northern Ireland, and some of them became violent and turned into riots, which caused a great deal of damage to cars and buildings. And it's thought that a lot of the protesters involved were encouraged by misinformation spread online, so stuff that they had read online that wasn't true. And following the protests, communities in many towns, including Middlesbrough, organised clean-up efforts that united people from all faiths and all races. So there is more about the news stories, and I've sent the links to the teachers so that you can watch them, choose the video if you choose to, if you feel it's necessary. So there was these people who were protesting about people coming into the country, and there was a lot of damage that was caused. But people came together to say, you know, everybody's welcome. Let's look at this picture. Everybody is welcome here. There's so many different people involved. And that's really fantastic to see so many people across the community who are all involved in looking out for each other. So see if you can pick some words that make you, about how you make, I'll put my teeth back in. See if you can pick some ideas about how it makes you feel. So I read this, I was concerned here, I was disquieted. It made me feel, I wasn't able to be quiet and calm in myself. It made me feel bothered about what was going on. It really didn't make me feel happy or beaming or buoyant or cheery. So this is things that happened in Northern Ireland in England. And here's the information about some of what had happened. So these residents took, community leaders took to the streets in Middlesbrough for a huge cleanup. So people arrived at the well-known Middlesbrough Cenotaph, so a war memorial, with brushes and shovels to clean up the mess caused by damage to buildings in the town. And Sahida Ditta from Teesside Community Project, Community Group, the Amal Project, said, "Thank you so much for all coming today. It really means a lot. At the end of the day, this is our town, and we will rebuild it. We're not going to let them divide us because we're stronger than that." And I want to take a moment to thank the Cleveland Police for helping them come safe. So we've got something that went wrong. There were people who were rioting, who were saying that they didn't agree with things, and they were doing it in the wrong way. It's okay to say you don't believe in something, but not if it's to do with being equal. So what's that global goal that we're talking about? Put your hand up and tell me. Yeah, that's right, that global goal. We've definitely got peace and justice, but reduced inequalities. So some of the complaints, some of the causes for the riots were to do with people who were coming into our country, people from other faiths. And it was using the wrong information. It was saying things weren't right. And the stuff that people had read online was just wrong. They didn't have the right information. And we know that that's not the right way to be. We know that everyone is welcome at Wincham. It doesn't matter whether you are straight or gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender, if you are Muslim or Sikh or Hindu, if you are differently abled, if you, whatever, everybody, it just doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome here. Absolutely everybody. Now, there's a point here, this by a child psychologist who helps children with mental health. Seeing people from different backgrounds, different ages, different colours and different walks of life coming together is exactly what being in this country is all about. We also know that volunteering and doing things in your community is really good for your mental health. And another comment said, heroes don't always wear capes, they show love to others and know how to use a brush and bin bag. So just stop for a minute as a class and have a think about what that means. What does it mean? We're seeing people from different backgrounds, ages, colours, different walks of life coming together. It's exactly what being in this country is all about. Pause the video, see what you think. Now, I really, really like that quote because it's, for me, it's very much like what being at Wincham is like. We're all coming together with different ages, different colours, different backgrounds, different walks of life, and we are all welcome here. I am 49 years old now. That's really old. Some of you have only just turned 7. So I'm lots older than you, 7 times older. But actually, everybody's welcome. And we've got that idea that together we learn, grow and dream. I've learned new things just this week. So we're all doing these things together. We're all making the world a better place. So have a look at these pictures. They're different communities. And these are really lovely ideas. So have a look and see what you can spot. How are all of these different communities? So I can see we've got different people from a football team. Now that, because we've got a blue top and then a red top, it might be a goalie who's wearing goalie gloves, there you go. But we've got a team who are coming together to support each other. We've got a family. You are part of a family team. It might just be you and mum or you and dad at home, or it might be lots of other people living in your house, but that still makes you part of a team. We've got somebody who is, what do you think, taking a delivery? So we've got someone who is giving the box and helping the person in here. And we've got a picture of lots of people drawing on a piece of paper all at the same time. So that's like a team in class where you are collaborating and working together to do something. Because we've got all these people And together with all of their ideas, the work is going to be better than whatever you do on your own. And finally, as part of the community, you can compete against people. And these children are playing chess. My nephew plays chess. Ollie, he is 16 now, and he's playing in regional chess tournaments. He's playing against adults. It's a really cool game. So we've got all these different ways of shaping communities and being part of our communities. There's lots of things that we can do. And I think that we do a lot of these things in school. Certainly, we ask adults for help. We're inclusive. And this week, we're welcoming new people to our school who started in school with us. We donate items that are no longer needed. If you've got old uniform, you might bring it into school and let somebody else use it. We might show kindness. Hopefully, we always show kindness. We always say thank you, and we always listen. These are really, really important things. And when somebody does that for you, when somebody feels kind, shows you kindness, it makes you feel good. And when you're kind to someone else, then you feel good too. So hopefully we've talked about how communities have come together. And I asked at the start, school rule, global goal. What was the school rule that we've been talking about? Yeah, you're right. It's all of them, isn't it? Respecting yourselves, respecting other people, respecting property. So the people who were rioting did not respect property. They broke things, they destroyed things, they stole things. They didn't respect the property. They didn't respect the fact it was other people. They didn't respect other people's religion, other people's beliefs, and they didn't respect themselves, because they learned a load of stuff online that was wrong, and they didn't actually think enough to say, well, maybe I should go check that. So they say something about people who follow Islam, or maybe I should check that that's right before I go ahead and believe it all. So they weren't respecting themselves either. So pretty much those people weren't following any of our school rules. And when you come to think about our global goals, definitely peace and justice, because that's not a peaceful society. That's not being kind. And we talked about reduced inequalities, and it's making sure that everybody is equal, everybody is included. So the one thing to take away from this assembly is that everybody is welcome at Wincham. It does not matter what your faith is. It does not matter what your gender identity is, or how old you are, or whether you are whether you use a wheelchair, or you can sprint really, really fast. I don't care. You're all welcome here. We are all welcome here. Have a lovely rest of the day, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.